Alrighty, folks. How's everybody doing today? We're going to try something a little different.
Trying to class up Eric a little bit.
We're going to do Brews and Views. We'll see how that one turns out. What would you like to be known as, by the way?
Oh, my name's Jerek.
Jerek King right here.
What's happening, guys?
Escapee from California.
Arizona original out there trying to bring a little bit of the red to that giant blue state.
Hey, you look with that shit.
Ooh.
Anyway.
I honestly think, Eric, they're helping out by just, being themselves. Eventually, all you gotta do is look around and go, wait a minute, these guys live better than our shithole-run country or state.
No, but then they come here and bring it with them.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's it. You think you drop your bullshit ideology when you're gonna come visit, but you don't. You let that bullshit run rampant.
And then they fucking move here. Yeah. They're goddamn communists for a senator.
Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Nobody questions shit. Did you even see the...
Who's Nancy Pelosi's nephew?
Gavin Newsom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, did you see when he shut down all other wineries, all other breweries?
Except his.
Except his. And then they went and deleted his tweet. Yep. So that...
He's a shitbag. All right, folks, we're going to take a look at Smirnoff Ice Original Natural Lemon Lime Flavor Premium Malt Beverage with natural flavors. And we know natural flavors means beaver anal gland.
You've been iced. Go ahead and make sure you drink one. Go, take a knee for Trump.
This is ice. This is racist.
It's the original. It is racist.
Racist.
Because, Russia is the ultimate racist, though, right?
Well, I don't know.
Did you see what they did with their LGBT flag outside the U.S. Embassy?
Tore it down?
No, but he was talking shit about saying that's what the people inside the embassy probably were. There's a bunch of fruits.
Well, yeah, because the ambassador over there was gay.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Rich Grinnell?
I did
think
not
it was
know he was
Rich
gay.
Grinnell.
Nothing against any of the gay viewers out there that are enjoying a Smirnoff Ice. It's just the hilarity of the bending of the knee to a radical ideology that now encompasses everything except straight white male. I think you could be literally everything else. I could be bi, and what's my color flag for bi? Like fuchsia?
Well, it depends. There's a whole spectrum of
Flags now.
Yeah, like bear flag, pedo flag, bi flag.
The pedo flag, that's what makes me sick.
Unicorn flag, toaster pastry flag, whatever you want to fucking self-identify as. 4.5 is the ABV. The rest of the internet gives us absolutely nothing. Let's get rid of that.
I'll just put this shit right here. I'll stamp this one right there.
That'll work. Yeah, that's all it gives us. This isn't even actually food.
I'll be drinking out of an animal horn today, so for all you animal rights activists, go ahead and remember to go fuck yourself.
Can't catch a break with these fucking flags, huh?
It's a fucking one windy day in Arizona. Just give us our 115-degree heat already and let us live in peace.
Oh, it's already fucking here and the humidity's up. It was up at 50% the other day. I was sweating like a whore in church.
I came from North California where it's 65 degrees right now, and you motherfuckers are not even going below 105.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat.
Which does make a difference. Because any of you assholes out in Florida or Texas, you know that it makes a difference.
Yeah, fucking A, right. Alright. That should be a little bit better. At least you should be getting smacked around.
Getting walked out. Well, cheers, Eric.
Salud. Good to have you back home.
Oh, man. Pleasure. Pleasure to be back.
Like another extended nephew. I got nothing but extended friggin' family everywhere.
Yeah, basically they just call, the trashy people that come to visit all the time extended family, and that's me.
No. There's some people who can't come to the house.
Ah, touche. I noticed you guys haven't fixed a diving board since my fat ass broke it.
No.
Andy was telling me they don't even allow you to have spring diving boards anymore. You won't get insured.
Yeah, well, it was already insured, so we grandfathered. I have to go to a machine shop and have them weld 2 truck springs between plates, and the big thing is pulling the bolts out and resinking fresh bolts. I have to have a pool guy.
You'd have to have somebody redo that concrete, move it over a foot or two, and do it again.
Yeah, pain in the ass.
Yeah, fuck that.
So
slide's good enough.
I don't even use fucking slide. I haven't been in the pool.
What?
I've not been in the pool yet.
Why do you think I'm still wearing shorts, board shorts? It's been like
because
5
it's
days
65 degrees where you live.
Yeah, touche, yeah.
Not bad. Tastes like lemon lime.
For any of you underage drinkers out there, this is probably a good bet.
I might actually get away with putting ice in this stuff, by the way.
Oh, it is this is a 2 or 3 beer drink and then you're done. These sweet ones I don't get heartburn unless it's sugar.
Well, dude, you want to see a sweet beer.
Yeah, I know.
Your brother was over the other day.
And he bought them, of course he did.
No, he pulled them out. Nordic Jam.
Well, I'm gonna have to try this one too. I might be drinking a few beers today here.
Feel free. I grabbed it because I thought it was gonna be like a sour, and I like sours.
But this is more of like a fruit drink in general.
It's more like a Radler.
What the hell's that?
Beer with like fruit juice in it.
Oh yeah, see.
We'll do this one later though. This is courtesy of Mike. You're nice enough to give me this for my birthday. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's like a Grand Cru. Yeah, that's gonna be good, man.
Yeah, the only problem with these is they run.
Wait, Andy was telling me these were Chinese symbols. That dumb bastard, when he was looking them up.
Fleur-de-lis is a Chinese symbol?
That's what I was like. Well, when he's looking up on his phone, he goes, "Those Chinese symbols. Is this a Chinese ale?" I was like, "Dude, it's Belgium." Your nephew is just some kind of special.
Well, you got it from me.
What's
Anyway,
the percentage on that
this
shit?
one's only 9.4, so it's acceptable.
Jeez, that Zach taught me that one. We'd be going to bars, and I'd be paying the $7 for a fucking 4.5% because I wanted to try it. He's like, no. You get max ABV, so you make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck.
Damn straight.
It works. Now you're gonna get IPA drunk, and you might make an ass of yourself, but at least you save some cash.
See, but I don't like the IPA, so I'll drink the Belgians all day long.
I don't touch phytoestrogens. I mean, the whole point of IPAs was when we were shipping those shit to India, by the time they landed there, our pale ales tasted like they were flat.
Well, they were rotted.
So you had to force hop them as soon as they hit the fucking ship, so by the time they hit India, they tasted like a pale ale. Difference is, every asshole is just force hopping them, and now you're eating some phytoestrogen packed. I don't like.
So what are you going to tell me next? That these guys that run around and play dress-up lumberjack with their beards and pressed flannel shirts
are not real men?
Oh, no.
Sir.
Ugh.
Are they cisgendered males? I'm going to say probably not.
I'm going to say that's probably the problem with that whole Pacific Northwest area.
It is. It really is. Not
There's
a good
more
Belgian beer out there.
phytoestrogen and hops than there are in friggin' soy.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't touch soy products and I don't touch those phytoestrogen beers. I mean, I'm gonna have one or two occasionally, but
I don't like them anyway.
The Belgian beers, the Pilsners, those are the good beers. If they got German purity laws, Belgian purity laws, that's the kind of the beer I gun for.
Well, and I like to drink seasonal. I could never drink a porter right now.
Really?
A big, heavy porter in this heat?
Oh, no. But like, you know where I came from, 62 fucking, this is their summer.
Yeah, you drink whatever the hell you
Constant
want.
June gloom. But I like a good porter. Like a good porter with dinner, that's fucking, I'm down with that.
Again, seasonal for me. It's got to cool off for me to get into those.
I almost brought you Milwaukee's best ice. There's no seasonal for me, Eric. Okay, it's trashy all the way through.
Could be worse, you know.
Barely. He's like, I don't think Eric's gonna count that. That's malt liquor. I was like, look, if he's drawing semantics over malt liquor here, we got a problem.
It's a gift. No matter what you would have brought, we would have drunk because I can't insult you. You brought a gift. I have to be fucking polite. You're a guest in the house, kind of.
You also told me when I asked you what beers you had already done, you said, I have about 300 videos, go through them. I was like, fuck you, Eric. I'm just going to try to figure out what you already have.
Playlist. You just had to. If you wanted to do a lager, you hit the lager playlist. At least he said Warsteiner because I did.
That's why I asked Warsteiner because I was drinking that the other day. I mean, you go to the 99-cent store and the ones that sell beer, and that's where you're going to get shit that's imported that you're not really getting at a Bevmo or anything else. And they're $1 each, which is not bad for a 16-ounce beer or a 12-ounce beer. And you're getting shit that's imported from like some small importation company, and it's way better because they're selling them individually. You're not buying sixers. So I get a lot of good beers from 99-cent store.
See, now I can't find a 99-cent store that serves alcohol around here.
And it's weird that California does that, but they're so restrictive about everything fucking else. But they'll sell you beer in a 99-cent store.
You can smoke in a goddamn bar in California, and you can't out here.
Wait, you can smoke in a bar in Cali?
When I go out to visit my brother Mike and I was still smoking, the one across from the roller coaster,
They didn't give a fuck.
it was separated.
Oh, so you had a smoking area and then a not.
Well, but there was just no roof on one part of the building.
And that's what they considered open air?
Yeah, and you could smoke there. It was fucking awesome. They still had a bar.
Honestly, I don't smoke cigarettes. I despise them. But my favorite part about Vegas is that people are smoking right there, drinking right there. Nobody has their, like, if I don't want to frequent, I didn't go to those bars that were down here, those pool halls that were covered in cigarette smoke.
Right.
I didn't say shut it down so I can come. Fucking smoke, fucking drink, enjoy yourselves. The audacity that now all of a sudden, see, in California, you're not even allowed to smoke in an apartment anymore. So not even on your own balcony in apartments there. Because the secondhand smoke is bad for your neighbors.
That's such a load of bullshit.
It's bullshit. But I mean, you can't have facts. You can't spit facts at ideology. It doesn't work.
Okay, so boomer, right?
Mm-hmm. Millennial, shockingly.
My entire generation grew up around smoke 24/7. Doctors' offices, movie theaters, restaurants, houses, cars, everywhere. And all I hear from people is, there's too many boomers, and they're going to break Social Security, and there's not going to be anything left for anyone else. And I'm like, but we were the secondhand smoke test
Generation.
case.
Oh,
so
that's a good point.
How can you even fucking buy into it?
Valid point. Oh, I don't buy into
But
it.
it's
because it's the same reason.
confirmation bias. All these people say the same thing to each other.
It's echo chambers.
And it becomes the truth even when it's bullshit, because it's what we were talking about inside before. When I said you got the cognitive we were talking about packing people into the big mega hives, the big cities. You have the people who have to. They're herd animals. They have to go along with everybody else. Right?
Shame's the only thing that works. And in my opinion, shame is the only thing legal for working. There cannot be state coercion.
It doesn't work on me.
That's the whole point, though. That's what upsets them. But I mean, the only legal form of social control is shame. But you're not allowed to shame fatties. You're not allowed to shame any other aspect. You're not allowed to shame people that are, in my opinion, forcing their ideology on children.
Hey, don't shame the pedos.
Don't shame. Oh yeah, minor attracted persons. They're trying to change that shit to MAP.
It's not a lifestyle choice.
It's disgusting. And they're trying to say there's a difference between somebody who acts on it and somebody who's just attracted to children. The only thing different is one's in jail and you don't have a bullet yet. There's only one solution for pedos, and it's a fucking bullet.
Well, the scariest thing about pedophiles is there is no rehabilitation for them. If they molested once, they will do it again.
Is there really rehabilitation? I mean, how many of these people have been arrested 101 times?
That's different. That's a lifestyle choice.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I guess I get what you're saying.
There are lots of people who only go to jail once.
Yeah.
And you never hear about them because they don't go back a second time.
Oh yeah, trust me. I have friends. I had friends that came out and trimmed for me that are like, I ain't going back. Not going back.
Well, it's not a fun place. But now for the people who it's a lifestyle choice, it is.
Fun. Well,
because
that's where they get their badge
up
of
on
honor.
that culture.
They get their badge of honor there. It's but the thing is, in reality, when you go, the fact that you could ever, they can't assimilate is the truth. They don't really belong in a society. The only place they can actually survive is a regimented place. Fucker should have went to the military. Fucker should have been men first before they ever went and tried to come up with some gang culture.
But remember, fucking hippies in the 60s shamed the military.
Yeah.
In the 70s, they only took the fucking rejects.
True, which is what they kind of say
crushed
about
the
today.
fucking military.
It's kind of what they say about today. It's
because there's no honor left. People don't look upon people serving as honorable.
But there's honor in it.
There is.
Every person that I knew that when I was in the military, fucking the ideal of defending the Constitution against enemies both foreign and domestic is real to me. Well, and it is real to a lot of other people that are caught, because you swore that was what we swore allegiance to, the Constitution, not the fucking United States of America, but to the document.
But this is why they had to shame it.
Exactly. But you can't shame strong men. You really can't.
No.
Stoicism is not shameable.
But you have to remember, we're crazy people. Just so you guys understand.
On the spectrum, yeah, a little.
No, when I say crazy people, I mean we believe shit that the rest of these people can't wrap their minds around.
No. But they're also not selfless, they're selfish. It's their ideology over yours, and yet they want to pretend like they're doing it for other people. I've never heard a right-winger say, if I could just rule the world, I would do it this way. I hear it from lefties all the time.
Oh no, I've said it before. You make me president for life, and it'll be a very short lifespan before somebody takes me out. I'll fix this fucker.
I honestly think that what fixes this fucker is letting people just govern themselves.
Now,
when you say that, then you get a bunch of Muslims coming in and going, well, can't we just have Muslim community patrols and govern ourselves? No, you're an ideology, a radical ideology. Same way I don't let a church patrol a neighborhood. I don't let anything else patrol a neighborhood. But the ideal of it...
See, that's a really sticky point. Right? Because now we're at the defund the police, all cops are bad, all cops are bastards, and we need to have community patrols instead of the police.
That's being said in Minneapolis because they want Sharia patrols. Look at the population in Minneapolis.
They already have it in Brooklyn.
They got them in, yeah, exactly. But that's what
and
they're
it looks
trying
like a regular fucking cop car.
Yeah, they do. They dress themselves. But did you hear that fucking when that MCP fucked with that blood kid? So one of the head of the Bloods in New York City, his son was outside of a mosque, and I guess he was messing with one of the girls, and the MCP manhandled the shit out of the kid. Well, they didn't know it was a Blood leader. So at first the Blood's like, we want the one that messed with them. And the imam, the head imam, was like, no, we're not doing that at first. No, we're not doing it. Then eventually they're like, we want you to patrol the fuck out of black neighborhoods. And they're like, well, we're not doing that. We'll give you him. And it was very silent. It was a 30-minute beatdown because Bloods fight for 30 minutes. Both, you're fighting for 30 minutes. So they gave up that MCP control because the kid they beat up was a leader of the Bloods, and he beat the brakes off him for 30 minutes. And then he gave him back. And then now I think the Muslims are learning, you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So this rainbow nation they keep feeding. I mean, what are all these anti-Semitic attacks in New York City? All black on Jew. Because you got Orthodox Jews kicking blacks out of their neighborhoods, and that creates huge animosity.
True.
And so that's what I'm saying. Defund the police. Let the shit go. You think it'll be anything? You think a suburban neighborhood's going to take a hit? You think any other the people that are suffering the most in inner cities are the people in those defunded police areas?
Yeah, the low income, low socioeconomic circle.
And where if a cop goes, he's literally not only risking his life, now he's risking his livelihood, just trying to do his fucking job.
Well, you know what happened? When I was growing up, the cops in my neighborhood were from my neighborhood.
True, but you find that blacks don't, this is not to generalize, but that blacks in those communities don't go become cops. And if they do,
not true at all.
So, but if they're in,
see,
then
but now the cops who worked in Bushwick came from Bushwick, or Bed-Stuy, or whatever.
But they can't find it in Chicago.
They can't find it anymore because we demonized them.
Yeah, exactly. But you're finding people from outside suburbs of Chicago patrolling Chicago just because it's not safe to live there.
No, you know why they did that? That was all for RICO violation.
What? Because all those assholes were...
Because they swore all the cops who were in their community neighborhoods were turning a blind eye, or taking a payoff, or taking a cup of coffee, or taking a donut, and we can't have that. That's corruption. We have to stamp that out.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, no, this was all...
God forbid you give a police officer a free cup of coffee. Fucking A.
They're not allowed to take anything for free, sir.
In unit.
They might show you favor.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, kindness. Yeah, God forbid.
He might spend an extra 5 minutes in your store when it's fucking ice cold out while he drinks his coffee instead of being on patrol. Like, he's not going to do that somewhere else anyway.
I mean, the Summer of Love in 1960s has been romanticized. We're looking at the same destruction we're seeing now as the same shit going on in the 60s.
Well, what people don't understand is the Summer of Love in the 60s was the birth of all the time the communists had put in subverting the system.
Yep. And everyone says the Red Scare, McCarthyism is not a joke. Like the Red Scare, you're saying, oh, they were rounding up families. No. Communism lost. Fuck, read the patent papers. When fucking he's over there afterwards, he goes, we destroyed one of the greatest European societies there is, and we allowed communism to win. I'm not saying what Nazi Germany did was good. I'm saying we fought on the side of Marxism, and now we're paying the fucking price.
You know what Razorfest is? You'll love Razor's channel. It's a great channel. He comes out of, I want to say he's an Ahwatukee. Good guy, funny as hell, real solid guy. But he does like a 30-minute thing on what glass? No,
I'm gonna do this while I can. Just because it's Nordic and I'm fucking Nordic, baby. Vikings all day, every day. So I'm gonna show this one up.
It's like, well, he's got the ale horn.
Well, where do they brew this shit?
Cherries,
NorCal.
Strawberries, and
no, but it's NorCal. Yeah, dude, NorCal. I mean, it is the Phoenix of California for sure. It's the only place I ever go where when the ID law came out for ammunition, they're like, yeah, we don't check IDs here. And there's gun stores every other block. Like, these are the hunters. These are the people that are feeding California, that are demonized by California, have to fight for their own fucking water just to farm.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, my brother Mike's down in San Diego, and I found San Diego. I won't go into LA anymore.
No, but San Diego and Orange County are red as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're pretty. They're pretty areas. Anybody that has a respect for their community is now what? A right-winger?
A racist.
Yeah. It's like, no, I would want every community to be strong. I mean, there's tons of people in Chicago that are pissed that their parks are nothing but drug havens.
You have to remember, well, I tell the story all the time.
Still good.
It's not bad. It's like a Radler. So it's juicier.
It's juicy.
And it's really
like a
tart
juice.
with the cherry.
It's tart.
The cherry makes it really
Do
tart.
I see Vikings slaughtering strawberries? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not bad. It's actually pretty damn good. But it's like a fruit punch beer.
It's NorCal.
Not like Mad Dog 2020, though. This is like a legit fruit punch that doesn't make your gut feel like it's shitting itself.
Beer and Radler's started as beer and lemonade, so it's a take on that concept.
Ah.
My dad used to say, if you don't have any skin in the game, I wanted a car. I've told the story before. I wanted a car. I said, you gonna buy me a car? My dad goes, how much money you got? I said, I don't have any. He goes, well, save up some money and we'll go buy you a car. I said, you're not gonna buy me a car? He goes, if I buy you a car, it has no value.
My parents did the same. It was half and half.
If you buy the car, you pay out, you put your money on it, no matter how big a piece of shit it is, you're gonna take care of it. It's the same thing with this great experiment that LBJ did, where they took these communities, they put up the welfare housing. There's no skin in the fucking game.
But they shouldn't be able to vote. This is Greek ideology all the way back through. How is it that is your vote not purchased? If one party is willing to say, we might scale it back, you're never going to vote for that party. And what is voting at its core? What to do with the public dollars.
The problem
if you don't
is,
have a public dollar in it, you have no fucking right to do it.
If you're a citizen, you're a citizen.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean... Now, I'm full on... I'm like... I'm full... Veterans should be the only motherfuckers that vote.
No, that's Robert Heinlein.
Yeah, Robert Heinlein. Yeah, Starship Troopers. I mean, and it's... I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is without skin in the game, it starts at taxation. If you're a net negative, you don't deserve to be voting in this.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
No, and if you don't take anything from the system, but you don't pay anything either, you should be able to vote. If you earn enough where you're...
So you're net neutral.
Net neutral. If you're net neutral, fine. But any net negatives, what the fuck are you voting for? You're really already just taking public coffers and then telling the rest of us how we should live. Fuck you.
The French guy, he's the one that says it. He goes, when the people find out they can vote the Treasury, they'll vote the Treasury.
Is he new or old? Is this the French Revolution?
Old,
So like,
old.
no.
American Revolution. Can't think of his name.
The guy that fought Lafayette?
Not Lafayette. He wasn't a politician. He was just a spokesman.
Gotcha.
It'll come to me later on because I'm old and I got CRS folks.
Yeah, and I'm several beers drink.
There's that too. But yeah, once people realize they can vote themselves the Treasury, they vote themselves the Treasury.
Oh, absolutely.
But which is how communism and
Oh
socialism.
shit, we could just point right to South Africa. We could point right to Rhodesia, where you're paying 1.5 billion Rhodesian dollars for something that does this.
Tanganyika.
Because they'll just say, we can print more money. Fuck, we're experiencing it here in America right now. We voted ourselves the Treasury out of some kind. If we have to save everybody for some coronavirus ideology.
That's different.
Constant printing of money. Hyperinflation is
That's a
always gonna
direct
happen.
attack on Trump, too.
Oh, of course it is. But this is the fact.
That economy was moving way too fast. Trump has to be removed from office.
It ain't working. No, it's already rebounded.
That's how we beat the Soviets.
Oh, by crushing?
Yeah, well, we fucking crashed their economy. They couldn't keep up with us.
Marxists are here doing it now. It's the balkanization of the United States is the end goal. It's not just the crushing of Trump. It's the balkanization of the United States.
No. It's a complete, total destruction of everything so that we can go to a...
That's balkanization, I would say.
No, so we can go to a 6-continent hegemony.
Just 6 continents.
There's only 6 families. You're not up on your New World Order shit?
Here's the thing is, I'm on it because I know that there's a reason why they don't even get listed in the Forbes top 100 is because these people have so much fucking money. They're shadow money. It's the reason why in Sweden, all media outlets are owned by one family. I mean, in America, the majority of there's 6. There's 6 news
95%
organizations.
are owned by 6 companies.
Yes, and it's 6.
6 is the number that comes up all the time. Now, aside from the whole 666 Satan thing.
No, but Satanism is not about the worship of the devil. It is literally about pure selfishness. That no matter what the goal is, as long as it's your personal happiness, fuck everybody else. That is true Satanism.
But that's the Church of Satan.
Yes.
That's
No, these are the Moloch worshippers.
These are the hardcore dark arts people.
Yes.
These are
the ones you'd say sacrificing children to get into Hollywood. And how many Hollywood people out there have had at least one transgender child? And they're forced that transgenderism on their child.
Have you seen the pictures of all the ankle monitors out there?
No, I was just talking about that with Scott the other day. Yeah, I've seen it go.
That was fucked up, dude. I saw that.
You're getting people come out. They're pimps. These people are sick. And the problem is there's no self-respect. There's nobody willing, too many people are willing to give up their dignity for their dream instead of bringing their dream to them.
Well, but you got to remember, they're broken. They were taught from...
No man can be broken.
They're broken because their programming is fucked.
That's not fair, though. Maybe it's parenting, but
No.
An individual.
This isn't the parents.
No. That's what I meant. Maybe the parenting for why I always looked at things differently. Like I'm always questioning. Maybe it's an IQ thing. Maybe it's, but there's no, for any man to sit here and you cannot put it on an outside source. Too many people now there's no self-reflection. There's no self-respect. There's no one's really willing to be a pariah either.
Do you know the story of Sesame Street?
Rona. No, I don't.
Thanks. You brought the California Rona down. As a
shit,
fucker.
Yeah, asshole. I've been in San Francisco, Vegas. I got you. Literally, if there's the Rona floating around, I got 7 different strains of that shit.
Yeah, mix it with some AIDS too.
They do give out free needles in San Fran, so maybe I caught it.
Do it here too, man.
Dude, I was walking through the streets of San Fran. I was fishing out there, and I was on a crab boat, and I'm walking with a couple of my Spanish buddies. Spain, not legit Spain. And I'm drinking beer and smoking a joint on the street as we're walking. And they're like, Jerek, that's illegal in the streets. I was like, look around you. Do you really think they care about a fucking white dude walking around smoking a blunt and drinking a beer? No. There's fucking zombies literally hitting fucking rails out there that they literally look like zombies. I stayed in the Tenderloin too. I didn't know that was a bad area. And so I booked my hotel because it was the cheapest.
The worst area?
It was the cheapest hotel. So I wasn't going to be in it much because I was going to be on the boat. So I was like, I'll just get that one. And then it was right in the camp city. It was right in tent city. It was, I had a dude try to sell me heroin right outside my hotel door. He did the high five thing, and he had it on a rubber band.
Slap in the bag?
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I was like, oh no, I don't do that. He goes, you want? I was like, I'm into girls, not drugs. He's like, you want me to get some girls? I was like, any girls that would be associated with you guys, I don't want. You guys go sell your drugs somewhere else.
Yeah, it's literally where you get the AIDS.
God.
The story with Sesame Street is the old Budweiser commercial. You know the old Budweiser commercial? The horses come out, they pull in the cart. Here comes the king, here comes the big number one. It's a huge jingle. The woman who came up with Sesame Street was watching her kid watching TV. And he's singing the jingle to the beer commercial because it was snappy and easy. And she said, that's how you teach children. That's where these people's programming went fucking sideways. It wasn't Sesame Street in particular.
It's the cadence.
It's the television. Worship the goods. Rap music is the best example. You ever been to a hypnotist or a hypnotist show?
No. Oh, hypnotist show, yes I have.
So the key to hypnotism...
I was actually on stage, but it didn't work, so he sent me back, and I watched it happen to all the other people.
The key to hypnotism is it's a sonorous beat and rhythm that they use to put you in a state where they can put the suggestion in there. What's rap music?
Same thing.
It's the fucking drum beat in the background, boom, 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 and then they tell you, bitches and hoes, money and gold, blah, 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 and
I love rap, by the way, but
I fucking can't stand it. They left the C off the front of that word.
I don't like the demonization of the women. I don't like the glorification of the violence. But I mean, when push comes to shove, I like rock and I like rap and I like hip hop.
But it's
disgusting.
But this is also how those Hollywood people got programmed.
Cadences.
Yeah.
You can see it with Emma now.
Well, it's an MK Ultra thing.
But just the show, any show that comes on and it's got a beat, you just see it.
Kids love to dance.
They do, and it's a natural cadence that gets you early on. And shit, maybe they call me a millennial. I call us the dial-up porn generation. I mean, we were, yeah, exactly. We're there's top-end millennials that were around way before there was this information at the tip of your fingers, and it's beautiful to have that information at the tip of your fingers. But a majority of people are looking for validation and validation only, not information.
Right.
So it's affirmation. If they read something that affirms their thought, that's all as far as they need to go.
That's confirmation bias.
Yes.
That's the perfect explanation for what it is. And then you see it on Wikipedia, and I say the same thing, and now we're okay.
Wikipedia.
But if people think Wikipedia is a real thing.
Jesus. And Snopes. It's
hey.
Jesus Christ.
They're trustworthy.
If your facts are coming from anybody else, if you don't have... Some tired screeching over there, huh?
The internet auction.
Oh, there's an internet auction?
Yeah.
You got Rolexes?
That's the pickup. No, it's like the returns and shit.
Oh, okay. So you're just picking up the shit from
So they buy the bulk lots, and then they sell them up on the internet.
Hey, it works. I know a girl that
The guy drives a fucking Range Rover.
Bought a warehouse for $75K, and it came with everything in it, and the lease of the warehouse for 3 months, and they were able to liquidate everything online at Amazon and make a fuck ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just the initial investment, and that's what people get upset about Trump about, Oh, his daddy gave him $1 million. How many rich motherfuckers do you see they're Hollywood's children or any other children that pissed away whatever money their parents gave them, or they're the Paris Hiltons or anybody else. And you want to denigrate a man that turned $1 million into $1 billion?
Well, you know, Bill Gates pulled himself up by his bootstraps. His dad only sat on the board of Planned Parenthood.
Oh, Jesus.
His dad only ever worked with the alphabet guys. They didn't have any money.
I can't knock the fact that, yeah, exactly. All you did...
Dude, he stole the fucking company.
Stole it. Yeah, he stole it. Wasn't it Apple?
No, he's Windows.
No, what company did he steal? I know he pirated something from some of those.
He's the Windows guy.
Yeah, no,
the
I know
Apple's
Bill Gates.
guy
No.
was the turtleneck guy who's dead.
Yeah, fucking whatever his stupid name is. Who cares? Like they glorify these jobs. They glorify these motherfuckers.
But look at Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg stole Facebook.
I would almost say that Zuckerberg, Google, Twitter, all those things came out at the same time, and now their company's Alphabet. Those are government operatives. Not him specifically, but the technology. I mean, if everything that is their technology is control all your information, face monitoring, your social construct, those were social experiments by Alphabet agencies. I mean, Google's name is Alphabet. I mean, come on, Alphabet agencies, like, it's a slap in the face of any free thinking. It is literally a way to gather everybody's information, all their likes, and then to blackmail. I mean, shit, if my search history came up, I mean...
Your search history? Why do you think Epstein didn't kill himself?
Oh, God. Did you see Ghislaine Maxwell came down with coronavirus?
Oh, she's got corona now?
Get out. Yeah,
oh.
Yeah, of course she's got corona and fucking... Yeah, it's simple. Of course
she's going to hook up with Jeffy and with Floyd the landlord, and they're all going to be drinking pito coladas in fucking Haifa.
And just kicking
fucking rolling it.
Do you really think he didn't die?
He's not dead.
You really think he's gone?
Did you see the tattoo on his chest? It was 33 level Mason. 33rd level Mason.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, Order from Chaos, the double-headed eagle, the wings.
On that faggot's chest.
On
Epstein?
Floyd the landlord.
Oh, Floyd?
The black guy.
They got it, the knee on the neck.
Yeah.
Jeez,
He's not fucking dead.
I didn't see that. Oh, I also said, why does the person that...
Why does he have two different haircuts?
Why does the person that filmed it... Why they never take a deposition? Why is there ever no fact of the person that actually filmed? That's the weird part. You arrest the motherfucker. Whatever happened with those ones that chased that guy, Ahmaud Arbery? Is their court date even happened, or?
Well, they're gonna hang them.
Oh, they're done.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and that's the problem. You don't get to do what they did. You know, you don't go hunt down the motherfucker yourself. Like, you're putting yourself in this climate. Now, if it's the end of the world and that's your neighborhood, you can do whatever the fuck you please. But to sit here and I'm for policing.
Dude, here's my thing. Ahmaud Arbery
jogging
grabbed
in jean shorts.
the shotgun.
Yes, he did. And
pointed it at his own belly and tried to take it away from the guy. You were 100% correct in shooting him.
Yes,
I am not
I
giving
agree.
you my gun to shoot me.
But they followed him in the truck. I think his death is justified. In my personal opinion, Ahmaud Arbery's death is justified. No one's jogging in jean shorts unless he's John Cena. No one's out there doing things for the good of the... I'm just when Zach and I were kids, we'd go through some of these houses out here and check out some fucking... But that's not a common thing to go... How many tools were stolen from those job sites? How many other things were done? You're there at night and you're just looking in what's in them. These people are career criminals.
Not his first time.
No,
He's been back a couple of times.
It's the concept of my baby didn't do nothing. Like, as soon as your kid is shot, now all of a sudden he's a good person. I mean, and you're an asshole if you go through their arrest history. Say what? You can go through a person's text history on Twitter and find a tweet from fucking 11 years ago and crucify him, but someone's arrest from a year ago has no bearing on who they are as a man now?
And then the guy, the older of the two, had already run into him before. This was his third strike. If he went back to jail...
He's going to jail for a while.
Life.
I didn't know they had a 3-strike law there. I mean, at that point, if you don't retire, you're fucking retarded.
He was retired.
You'll retire out of criminality. Like, if you don't, if you're already at 2 strikes and you're in a place that's 3-strike law,
dude. How many? We were just saying. We know people that did one turn through the fucking machine and said, "I am never going back again."
And why would you want? I mean, it's psychotic. Prison is. I mean, you're institutionalized. I mean, I'd almost argue that people in the military are institutionalized in a way. You're serving the state in a specific capacity.
You're brainwashed in boot camp. They break you down to build you up.
I had to try to tell a lot of these kids were like, because I was squad leader, and a lot of people were like, "We're gonna fail tests." I was like, "Look, do you really think they're gonna put all this time into you and send you back to week 1 in boot camp just because you failed on a pick A, B, C, or D test. No, man, they just try to put you into a state of fear so that you're broken as a human and you follow that kind of mindset.
Motivated.
It's motivated. Your fear-based motivation.
Well,
and,
that's what the news does.
well, the news is no. See, the news and Facebook, fear sells. So Facebook figured that out first. Anger sells. So on Facebook, angry engagement is so they'll put things on your time that you're engaged with people that give you engagement. If anger is what engages you, they'll put things on your timeline that make you pissed off so you engage. It's business. It's a fucking business.
I go the other way. I say the reason that these mainstream media companies only put Trump's going to get us all killed, the second wave of corona's coming, is because they're driving the herd. They have a political outcome that they want, and they're driving you that way.
They're absolutely in that. There should be no more federal dollars to any of these programs. Not the Fox, not the ABC. I don't care which one. If you're getting any kind of federal dollars, because that block of news is given the news, should all be revoked. These are entertainment industries, all of them. And I mean, I'm not a Fox supporter. I'm not an MSNBC supporter. I'm a free information supporter. Shit, I go on a news aggregator site and I'd rather fucking translate an article in Chinese or translate an article in Finnish and read their version of their news than what the fuck we're getting.
My friend texted me this morning. She goes, "What's with this SCOTUS ruling?" Now, she's really nice, and she's a super Trump fan, Anita. And I said, I don't know. I haven't looked yet, because I haven't opened up any of the fucking news, because I don't need to have fucking... I don't need my blood pressure to be 600
while you're taking your morning dump. Yeah, how bad.
So I go on and I plug it in, and it was that SCOTUS ruling where you have to vote how the people vote.
For Electoral College. You know they were the ones that started that they sued? Because Colorado, that they voted for, the popular vote in Colorado was Hillary Clinton, and the guy voted for Kasich or whatever that other guy was. So they sued to try to say that and then they lost the case, but they're like, well, the Supreme Court went in the right direction, but they didn't get the outcome we wanted. Well, that's not how the Supreme Court works, cocksucker.
Well, you see, now, I didn't know that, but her thing was she was terrified because the headline on the article was the Supreme Court votes for election something or other, and she freaked out, and she reads the bullshit.
The headlines and the fucking...
She reads the shit that's fed to her by the fucking machine.
Jesus.
So I went on, and I wound up going to UPI of all places, and UPI is... UPI? Universal Press International.
Huh.
Old company. They're... Yeah. But, I read the article. And then in the article, I saw what they said. And so I texted her back. I said, relax. They're not fucking us. They're just saying that they're telling them to do their job.
It's constitutional republic.
Right.
You vote how your state, you're a representative of your state, and you were given powers. That's why they try to go after abolish the Electoral College. Say the fuck what? Like the Electoral College is to protect. I mean, what's funny is
you don't want to have a prom king for president?
The funny thing is all these people are saying that shit now, but all the slave states were actually saying abolish the Electoral College back when Lincoln was elected because the popular vote wasn't for Lincoln.
Right.
The popular vote. So it's like that should tell you that the Electoral College works. If the slave states are demanding that Lincoln went too far, and now you guys are saying the Electoral College, that sounds like it's actually a pretty good checks and balance to make sure that the voice of the Republic is heard. Because to sit here and say any flyover state doesn't have a right, get the fuck out of here.
But he stole Hillary's job.
Hillary worked. She put in her time. She ate her lizard babies.
She deserves to be president.
It's the same Biden cocksucker. He's been in office for what, 42 years, 45 years? It's some asinine number?
Biden is just a result of Biden's the result of playing checkers instead of chess.
Oh, but that's everybody in politics, though. I mean, you claim. I mean, I like what Kanye's doing. I like that he's taking this. He's going, I'm running for president. Fuck yeah, good. I mean, the real black vote is, if you're a Republican, they're going for Trump. All Kanye's going to take is the dumb shit third-party votes that are like, I don't want to vote for Biden.
He's dropping a new album next month, right?
No.
Released a new single.
He wears a MAGA hat. The guy's legit.
No. I'm not saying
He's just pushing. Did you see Tom Cruise is running for president?
Yeah, I saw that fucking commercial. I was laughing.
It was kind of funny.
He was running through the whole thing.
Through the desert, like...
I fought aliens.
Hey,
movie. That had to be a joke.
I think it's a joke. But damn, dude, that motherfucker can run. What is he, 50-something?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be gimping eventually through that shit.
Depends how much adrenochrome you drink.
Oh yeah, exactly. Have you seen that fucking Doctor Strange?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they were doing, torturing that kid on that front thing, drinking his spice. That's exactly what these assholes do. The violence, the pain they put people through, it tastes better.
Wait a second. So,
Not Doctor Strange, Doctor Sleep.
I didn't see that.
Doctor Strange, Doctor Sleep. Oh, dude, it's Stephen King's like the after.
Stephen King's in the fucking crew too.
Dude, he's calling him out. He's calling him out. You should give it a watch. I mean, like, there's a brutal scene in there where they're torturing a kid on a baseball field and drinking his essence as he dies.
Normalizing.
Not normalizing. I would say, yeah, because I mean, he is a part of the crew. I mean, like, I've read his books. I mean, 4 Past Midnight. I mean, there's some pretty fucking horrendous shit in there.
Have you read anything past? I stopped reading him years ago.
Even fucking it.
But,
there's a child gangbang in the sewer.
yeah.
I mean, there's some. Now, maybe shit happened to him as a kid and he tries to normalize it in his media. I don't fucking know.
Or maybe he worships Moloch.
Yeah, well, if you say that, people look at you like you're a goddamn psycho who believes in lizard people.
Yeah, but they keep putting the fucking Baphomet statues up everywhere.
All everywhere. It's like, how are these Baphomet statues popping up? And you say worshipping Moloch's a fallacy. Crazy. I mean, what about that South Korean fucking president that had to resign because she was part of that sex cult? And that never hit fucking news over here.
There were 3 that went at one time. It was the South Korean, there was the Saudi. That's why you had the Saudi change. And there was a French guy, a French prime minister.
And so everybody fucking...
And they went one right after the other.
Because people found out about it.
And you're buried in the news.
No, Americans didn't hear about it. I had to go tell people about that. I was like, go look it up. Go look at South Korea and look at that president be thrown out in a sex cult. It's because these people are sick fucks.
Remember, this is why we're crazy people.
Oh, yeah, well, conspiracy theorists. You know, I actually have some pretty outrageous conspiracy theories. My 9/11 conspiracy is that the Patriots were promoted to win. They fucking screwed. The Oakland Raiders should have been one going to the Super Bowl that year. They got screwed on that field goal kick, and the fucking Patriots got pushed through and got a win that year. That's my 9/11 conspiracy. But I'm pretty sure that jet fuel melts steel, right?
I'll give you a better one. You ready for this one? You ever see the video of the whale jumping in the school gym?
No.
It's the hologram thing, right? There's when you sign up for BitChute, make sure you sign up for Blue Water. Blue Water's great. You get some really deep, weird shit on there. But they had dragons flying around the baseball stadium in San Diego. Fire-breathing dragons. And it landed on top of a temple that came out of the pitcher's mouth. This is what they can do with fucking holograms now. If they're releasing that to the public now, how long have they had?
Jeez, it's a 10 to 15 year latency. That's the standard latency.
Now, my friend Todd, who's a fucking great guy, I worked with him at the hospital. We were talking about 9/11. I said, Todd, a 737 weighs how much? And it's traveling how fast?
It's aluminum.
It's still heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. I said, now, these 2 buildings, I've been in them during storms when they swayed in the wind. They were designed to move in the wind.
Japanese design. So if an earthquake or any of that shit hits.
So it wouldn't break.
Yeah.
Said, now, when you watch the video.
Static.
And the plane hits the building, it doesn't move. I said, that's physically impossible. And I mean classic physics. Impossible. When you multiply the weight by the speed squared, so it's mass times velocity squared gives you kinetic energy transfer, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. The building doesn't move, but it's designed to move on impact.
See, that's one fact I didn't know.
Watch it. And so when I was watching this video on this shit, the dragons, the giant walking through the sky, the city in the sky over China.
Seriously?
Project Bluebeam.
Whew.
This just fucking hit me in the back of the fucking monkey brain, and I said, that's how they did 9/11. Now, I'm a firm believer that a building that's collapsing doesn't collapse in its own footprint.
No, never.
In the most expensive property
how does
in
Building
the country.
7 go down? We could just jump right over there. How does all of our Visa records, how do all of our credit card records get burned up on that building?
Well,
get the fuck out of here.
How come fucking, not Westmoreland, who was Westmoreland's fucking protege? Rumsfeld. How come Rummy comes out the day before and says, we're missing $3.2 trillion out of the military?
And then all of a sudden,
a cruise missile, because it wasn't a plane.
It wasn't a plane.
It didn't take down the
Pentagon.
lampposts.
The Pentagon one. I remember seeing it.
But it hit right in the GAO.
But I remember watching that video, and there was, like, when you saw it look like a missile coming through, there's no fucking debris. And things don't evaporate. I don't care how
big is the plane?
It doesn't vaporize. Nothing vaporizes.
How big is the plane? It doesn't take down the lampposts on the side of the road?
Exactly. It doesn't. The wings don't smash. There's not wing debris. There's not nothing. That was the one where every video from a third party disappeared. Was the Pentagon. You know, the third party videos, they're allowed to be in fucking that one, but every fucking third party video from that missile, nah, they're not. Now, I'll play devil's advocate on the non-hologram is the hijacking of the plane from a third party control system. And so it still flew into the building.
You think they droned it?
Yeah. I think that it could easily be droned in.
I don't think so.
I also never heard the swaying of the building. I've never been to New York City. So I'd never actually been up on the high.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, exactly. Not now. Where?
Actually, now is the time to go.
Before
because
what?
There's no cops. You can shoot whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. Make the shit the Wild West. You want the shit to be the Wild West, make it full on the Wild West, and let's see how it goes down.
My buddy Q's aunt lives there, and he's got like loose family connections to the PD. And so one of the cops sent him a text, and he goes, "Here's a number of murders. Here's a number of stabbings. Here's a number of police that were shot. Here's a number of police that were stabbed." It's like 44
recently?
in a night.
Oh yeah. The last fucking shooting. There was 44 the other day. What about Father's Day in Chicago? 40 or something like that in Chicago?
Father's Day is a
70. It was 77.
Father's Day is a hate crime in Chicago.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Where are they all, by the way? It seems like a lot of these felons and the most evil people in our society seem to be the people that are raised by single moms. But yet, men are toxic?
Masculinity is toxic.
Oh, it's so toxic. I mean, look at our art. We know if all you have to do is go look around you, and beauty is denigrated. It's nothing but fat models. There's nothing but there's dad bod mannequins. You're not allowed to adhere to anything Greek. You're not allowed to like stoicism. You're not allowed to fucking like masculinity.
Stacey Abrams is a statuesque runway model.
Jesus, she's the ugly ass. She's the one with the fucking.
She's the one who can floss her teeth with a Hauser.
She's just, and these people, and that's the thing is, parasitical. Did you see my Booker T. Washington quote? I mean, it was fucking. There's a whole subsect of black people who make money off of black victimization, and they'll never give up. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, this is not how he spoke, but they'll never give up control because that's how they make their money.
You know who Thomas Sowell is?
Yeah.
So then you know who Larry Elder is?
Larry Elder. Yeah, I just barely got introduced to him a little while ago.
Larry Elder's great.
And I like. Actually, I've been listening to. I only listen to talk radio, and so every state I go to.
Still have talk radio?
Yeah. You got Rush, Ben Shapiro. You just have to scroll through either your AM or if you're in.
Yeah, it's got to be AM.
If you're in a blue state, it's AM. If you're in a red state, it's on the regular FM channel, like 1059, 1063. But if you're in a blue state, you got to find that shit on AM radio.
I haven't been on a radio in so long.
I mean, I drive so much fucking miles. I'm driving cross country all the fucking time. You know what? I can only listen to so much music, and I
got free data.
Well, a lot of these places are dead zones.
Oh.
You know, so
yeah, that's true.
You know, a lot of these places there's no data, and then how many podcasts? I love Bill Burr. I love this shit, but how many podcasts can I really listen to? And my music after 5-6 hours, I'm fucking done. I listen to most shit. It's either silence, talk radio.
Get a dog, then you got somebody.
Cone is always with me. Yeah, Cone's always riding out. He's my police Teflon. No one's ever pulling you over when there's a big fat dog hanging out the back fucking window just enjoying the air. Yeah, exactly. Everybody just thinks you're that and my military. Everyone talks about, you're white, that's why you get off from the cops. No, I'm polite and I'm ex-military. Those two things have gotten me out of more fucking any kind of tickets than anything else.
Well, and I claim it all the time. It's 100% the truth. I am OFWG, old fat white guy. We don't commit crimes.
Don't.
And I don't give the cops shit. Why would I give him shit?
Hey, that's cool.
If he pulls me over,
let's go
I
to this
did
crime
something.
Statistics, because everyone says that if you stereotype a black person and black male, let's not say black, because in reality, 7% of the population, black males, commit over 50% of all violent crimes. Mm-hmm. If you point out that fact, they say it's socioeconomic stats. How in the mid-'60s was Chinatown and the Chinese the poorest demographic group in the United States, and yet they contributed 5 felons?
They weren't the poorest demographic. None of their money was on the books.
Yeah, possibly.
The Chinese always ran their money
they
through
own
the
their
tops.
businesses too.
Well, but they always ran their money through the tops. The Chinese mafia. because they wanted nothing to do. You gotta remember, as far as the Chinese are concerned, we're their niggers.
Oh, absolutely.
Chinese are the most racist people on the face of the earth.
Trust me, I was in San Francisco, and I didn't realize I went through not Chinatown, but another Asian neighborhood.
Like little Korea or something?
The grandmothers were throwing bottles at me, and grandmothers throwing bottles at me, and there was a bunch of gangbangers on the street. I was like, I'm not gonna like say anything. I'm not gonna like yell, because then I'm facing all these motherfuckers. But I'm not welcome in some of the spots. I was like, look, I was just trying to. I walked almost
something to eat.
I know I walked almost the entire radius of San Francisco just because I wanted to experience. So one day I'd set out in one direction and then come back another way, and then set out another way and come back. Because I mean, when you're fishing, you're 1 day off, 3 days off sometimes. So I was just trying to fucking experience a city, and walking's the best way to experience something. That's where I experienced a true democratic city, and I was like, fuck. Like, and I went on a date with some girl, and it was the night where they were having the anti-Trump rally, and everyone's all having these signs, doing all this. I was like, you guys are more worried about your president, while you give out 800,000 needles a year and get 400,000 back. Your people are dying in your streets, but the president's the problem.
I had a patient come in, and he was from Frisco, and we were talking, and I'll talk light politics with patients. I really don't give a fuck what your politics are.
No, yeah.
But I said, did you see the thing in the paper today where they were looking for people to clean up needles and shit off the street for 180 grand a year? He goes, dude, for 180 grand a year, you can't live within 2 hours of San Francisco.
It was actually true. Shit, I was driving through Palm Springs and they were $600K. And Andy's place is beautiful for 550. You know, gorgeous.
5 flat.
5 flat. Yeah, exactly. It's already up to 535. That's right. And it's like, these places are, they're not even pretty. Like, San Fran's not gorgeous. The beaches are ugly.
It could be.
Could be. Oh, good. No, the Bay Area is gorgeous. San Francisco itself is ugly.
No, the old row houses and stuff, you know, the classical architecture.
Yes. Gorgeous.
Completely different. But you got to remember, who built those and how long ago?
What, 20s?
Earlier than that.
Yeah.
San Francisco, well, they had the big fire in 08. So they had to rebuild everything after 08.
So we're looking at 112 years?
Yeah, give or take. But it was all built on classic architecture.
Gorgeous. But now classic architecture is...
Com block housing.
Well, you're also racist if you believe in any kind of Greek architecture, if you have any kind of reverence for art that is not... I mean, if you look at modern art, I walked through the Modern Art Museum of San Francisco, and it was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. The only thing they had there that was actually cool was Clint Eastwood with a gun. And I was like, okay, well, at least that's modern art.
Did they have the cross in the bottle of piss?
Oh, no, these were at least paintings. So it wasn't their stupid performance art pieces. What about the motherfucker that ate the banana off the wall? Ah, what a genius. Somebody asked... See, this is why I think money laundering is so prevalent in the art world.
No.
Is the fact that somebody paid 150 grand for a banana taped with duct tape? Where? Because that is one way to hide money from the government.
No.
Say what? Yeah, yes, sir.
Next, you're going to tell me that all these book deals are just a way to launder cash back.
Say what?
No.
No. Because you couldn't just give Obama a $60 million Netflix deal because of propaganda and Marxism. That would be... It's because he's a great storyteller. Anything I know about lawyers in law school is they teach you how to make good movies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I think that's 101.
That is 101. You have to focus on propaganda first.
Especially after you have to turn in your license because you were doing some shady shit with
his
your...
wife running next.
What?
Jeez. No, that's when...
She can't. She's been doing the tax dodge out of the BVI, British Virgins, and so she's not eligible to run until 2021. Now, that doesn't mean they'll abide by that.
Oh, have they abided by anything? Now, honestly, I think Biden's a throwaway candidate.
Of course he is.
I think they pulled
stalking horse.
But they put everybody else out because now you got another run next round. You got a Pete Buttigieg, you got these other motherfuckers next.
You have to remember, they're hamstrung. The idiots chose him.
No. The idiots chose Bernie.
No.
They chose Bernie last year.
Bernie didn't have the numbers.
He did. Okay, so if he had the numbers against Hillary, and they stole it from, do you really think he didn't have the numbers against Biden, or that Biden said that all this shit's a farce?
How much did they pay him to shoot?
Oh, probably a ton. Oh yeah, so
it would have come out by now.
How much they paid Bernie?
Yeah.
It had to be a bunch, man.
Mm-mm.
They didn't pay him a fucking dime.
They didn't pay him dick.
You don't think that the Bernie supporters?
He barely won in New Hampshire, and that's his state.
Maybe it's because people just nice, but how would you go for Biden? How would any?
Because everything else was already slaughtered. The blacks aren't going to go for the fags.
No.
They took one look at Pete Buttigieg and said,
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's also, I mean, like, that's a hard sell, man.
Knee pads? Nobody liked knee pads when it came
you
out.
talking about heel up Harris?
No, Kamala Harris, yeah.
Yeah, heels up Harris.
Knee pads.
Yeah.
They weren't voting for her because she threw them all in jail while she was smoking pot and listening to Tupac before he ever broke it. Klobuchar? Not
Ain't
gonna fucking
she had a
happen.
chance, but
Gillibrand bowed out. She said, fuck this, I'm out of here.
well,
I'll
that's
take
why
the
you
next
got
one.
AOC right now saying that if we were actually in another country, they wouldn't even be in the same political party. Because it's the truth. There's a difference between a radical socialist and a true Dem. And that they're forcing limousine liberals. The liberals who live in their enclaves and say, all people are the same if we just give them the same start and chance. And they say that from their little bordered up enclave. But then you throw these radicals in there and then they're like, well, can't vote for Trump because ethically, but I'm not with this. Eventually you just keep getting shoved further and further and further and further away.
You have to remember that Biden represents the money